What if I told you the real reason your body stopped responding, why your energy dropped, why intimacy feels distant, why your mornings are quiet and empty, is because of something smaller than your thumbnail. Not a drug. Not a supplement. Just a tiny, forgotten spice you've probably walked past in your kitchen 100 times. And yet, when used the right way, it can begin restoring blood flow, waking up your testosterone, and reigniting that quiet sense of strength you used to carry, all in less than 60 seconds. Sounds crazy. I understand. But hear me out. Because what I'm about to show you isn't a miracle cure or internet hype. It's something backed by science, used for centuries by your ancestors, and rediscovered in my clinic by accident, when a tired man in his late 60s walked in, eyes dull, voice low, and simply said, "Dr. James. I just want to feel like myself again." He wasn't talking about looking younger. He wasn't chasing abs or beach muscles. He missed waking up with a purpose. He missed feeling connected. He missed being a man whose body still followed his will. So I gave him something no one had mentioned before. Not a prescription. Not a therapy. Just a small clove, a spice. I told him to chew it. Slowly. For 60 seconds. He laughed at first. Then did it. And the next morning, something happened. He called me. "Doc," he said. I don't know what that was. But I woke up, and I felt something. It's been years. That call. It changed everything. Because that one moment led me to rediscover the power of a natural compound hiding inside cloves, eugenol, and how it works with your biology to do what no pill has ever truly done, wake the body up from the inside. I've spent over 30 years helping men over 60 regain what age, stress, and silence have taken from them. Confidence. Circulation. Vitality. Intimacy. Not through force, but by unlocking what the body still remembers when given the right signal. And this clove, this humble, brown, wrinkled bud, might just be that signal. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to use it, what it does to your blood vessels, how it helps lower the stress that's been silently killing your testosterone, and how something this small can start turning everything around. I've sat across from more men than I can count, good men, strong men, who once felt like kings in their own skin, now staring down at the floor, ashamed to even speak the words. Something's off, document. I don't feel like myself. My wife thinks it's just age, but deep down, I know it's more. And every time, I look them in the eye and say the same thing. You're not broken. You're not done. And this isn't your fault. My name is Dr. James. I've been a men's health specialist for over 30 years. Not a corporate doctor. Not a pill pusher. Just a man who's spent his life listening, to stories, to pain, to the questions no one else is willing to answer. I've walked this journey with thousands of men over 60. Men who've lost more than muscle or drive, they've lost confidence. Presence. That quiet inner force that says, I've still got it. Not for the gym. Not for vanity. But for life. For their marriage. For themselves. You see, aging doesn't rob you overnight. It's subtle. It starts with less energy. Less desire. Then one day, you realize it's been months since you felt truly alive in your own body. And what makes it worse? Most doctors just tell you it's normal. Part of getting older. They offer little blue pills that fix the surface, but ignore the root. No one tells you about the small signals your body is sending. The low-grade inflammation. The clogged vessels. The disrupted hormones. The stress you carry quietly that's been killing your testosterone slowly for decades. But here's what I've learned. The body remembers. Even after 60, even after years of feeling disconnected, your system still knows how to come back, if you give it the right cue. And that's what I discovered the day I gave that man his first clove to chew. Not a treatment. Not a cure. A spark. Since then, I've watched it happen again and again. One by one, men start to wake up. They don't just get stronger. They return to themselves. The way they walk changes. Their voice deepens again. Their wives notice. Not just in bed, but in how present they are, how confident, how calm. That's what this is really about. Not performance. Not ego. But presence. Feeling alive again. Clear. Grounded. Capable. And the truth is, it doesn't take much to start. Now that you understand where I'm coming from, let me show you what makes this simple spice so powerful, and how one compound hidden inside it could be the key to everything you've been missing. It wasn't some expensive supplement. It wasn't a new medical breakthrough or cutting-edge technology. It was a spice. A single spice that's been sitting quietly in kitchen cabinets for centuries. One your grandfather probably used without knowing what it was really capable of. One your body still recognizes, even if you haven't touched it in years. Clove. That's it. Something so simple, so small, you'd never believe what it could do, until you feel it for yourself. I didn't believe it either, not at first. I came across it by accident while researching natural compounds that improve blood flow without side effects. I wasn't looking for a miracle. I was just tired of watching men get handed prescriptions that never addressed the real problem. And then I found eugenol. It's the natural compound hidden inside each clove, the one responsible for its powerful, warming scent. But what's more important is what it does inside your body. This one ingredient triggers vasodilation. That means it tells your blood vessels, especially the small, stiff ones in your lower region, to open back up. Gently. Naturally. No force. No crash. No fake chemistry. Eugenol works with your body, not against it. It mimics what younger blood vessels used to do on their own. It's like giving your circulation a second chance, like whispering to your arteries, remember how this used to feel. And the results? They're fast. Not dramatic like a drug, but real. Subtle warmth. A clearer head. A return of sensation. Some men report feeling it within minutes. Others take a few days. But when it hits, you'll know. You'll stand differently. Think differently. You'll feel differently. This tiny bud, smaller than your thumbnail, isn't just some folk remedy. It's now backed by science. Studies show eugenol doesn't just relax blood vessels. It helps stimulate nitric oxide production, the same compound those little blue pills try to force into your system. But clove does it naturally. With no side effects, no headaches, no dependency. It works because your body still wants to work. You've just been missing the switch. And now you've found it. So the question is no longer does it work, it's how do you use it right? How do you chew it, when should you do it, and what happens in your body during those first 60 seconds? Let me show you the exact steps I give my patients, step by step, so you can feel the difference for yourself. Here's how it works, plain and simple. Inside every clove is a natural compound called eugenol. It's what gives clove its strong, warm scent. But more importantly, it's the key to everything we're talking about. When you chew a clove, the oils that contain eugenol are released directly into your mouth. And your mouth isn't just for chewing, it's full of mucous membranes, which absorb compounds straight into your bloodstream. No digestion. No delay. Direct entry. Once inside, eugenol starts doing something remarkable. It tells your blood vessels to relax. Scientifically, this is called vasodilation. The vessels open up, especially the small, stiff ones that support your most sensitive areas. Over time, especially after age 60, those vessels lose flexibility. They tighten, they clog, they stop flowing like they used to. Eugenol helps change that. It doesn't force your body. It reminds it. Think of your circulatory system like an old garden hose. Years of pressure, stress, and buildup make it hard for water to flow through. The stream gets weak. But clean out the inside, add a little pressure, and suddenly it works like new again. That's what eugenol is doing to your blood vessels, clearing the path, relaxing the walls, getting flow where it needs to go. But it doesn't stop there. Eugenol also helps your body produce more nitric oxide, a naturally occurring molecule that plays a huge role in erections, stamina, and recovery. It's the same mechanism behind those well-known little blue pills, but instead of blasting your system with synthetic chemicals, eugenol gently encourages your body to do it on its own. No crash. No headaches. No racing heart. Just circulation, returning the way it used to flow when you were younger. And when blood starts flowing again, everything changes. Your energy shifts. Your mood lifts. You wake up differently. You move differently. That quiet confidence you used to carry, it starts creeping back in. But here's the real magic, this isn't just about performance. It's about restoring function on every level, because better blood flow affects everything. Your brain. Your heart. Your sleep. Your hormones. That's why so many men who try this method don't just report stronger erections, they report better mornings, deeper sleep, more motivation, and even a sense of calm they haven't felt in years. And that calm? It's not in your head. It's real. Because the next layer we have to talk about, the one that's been silently sabotaging your body for decades, is something even more powerful than blocked arteries. It's stress. And clove helps with that too. Let me explain. Here's exactly how to do it, step by step, the same way I teach my patients. Start with 2 or 3 whole cloves. Not ground. Not clove oil. Just the real thing, whole, dried cloves. Organic is best if you can find it, but don't overthink it. As long as they're fresh and not stale, they'll work. Place the cloves in the back of your mouth, right between your molars. That's where your chewing is strongest. Now bite down gently, just enough to crack them open. You'll feel the texture break, and almost immediately, the oils will start to release. Here's the important part, don't rush. Let the taste spread. Let the warmth build. For the first 30 seconds, just hold the cracked cloves in your mouth. Don't chew yet. Let your saliva mix with the oils. Let the eugenol soak through the sensitive membranes in your mouth and start making its way into your bloodstream. You might feel a tingling or heat, that's normal. In fact, it's a good sign. It means it's working. After 30 seconds, start chewing slowly. Not like you're chewing a steak, more like you're coaxing the last bit of oil out. Gentle pressure. A few bites. Let it sit under your tongue, around your gums, across the roof of your mouth. Keep it there for another 30 seconds. Breathe through your nose. Stay relaxed. After the full minute is up, you have 2 options. Swallow the pulp, totally fine. Or spit it out, also fine. Do what feels right for you. The important part is already done, the eugenol is in your system. That's it. No pills. No prescriptions. No awkward appointments. Just 1 quiet minute in your kitchen. Now, what can you expect? Some men feel a difference within minutes. A soft warmth in the chest. A clearer head. A shift in presence, almost like your body is waking up from the inside. Others notice changes over days, a little more morning energy, deeper sleep, stronger drive. But consistency is key. This isn't a magic trick, it's a habit. 1 minute a day. That's all it takes to start changing the direction of your health. You've just learned the method. But timing matters too. Do it at the right moment, and you'll supercharge the benefits. I'll show you exactly when to use it next, for maximum results. When you do it matters just as much as how you do it. Think of your body like a finely tuned instrument. You don't just pluck the strings randomly, you find the right rhythm, the right timing, so everything works in harmony. That's exactly how you need to approach the clove method. For most of my patients, the best time to chew cloves is in the evening, about an hour before bed. Why? Because that's when your body is naturally shifting into recovery mode. Your nervous system is winding down, your blood pressure is dropping, and your brain is preparing for sleep. Chewing cloves at this moment helps lower cortisol, calms the nervous system, and signals your body, it's safe to rest. But this isn't just about sleep. This is when your body starts producing the most testosterone, during deep, uninterrupted sleep. And if you're over 60, chances are that kind of sleep has been slipping through your fingers. By using cloves before bed, you're setting the stage for deeper rest and better hormone production. You're giving your body exactly what it needs to heal, repair, and restart. That said, morning use can also be powerful, especially on an empty stomach. Think of it as a jumpstart for your day. It boosts circulation, clears brain fog, and sets a calm, focused tone that can last for hours. If you're someone who wakes up feeling groggy, heavy, or unmotivated, try the clove method first thing. Let it be your new morning ritual. Some men also prefer using it before a workout, or even 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy. The increased blood flow and sense of grounded energy can help you feel more present, more connected, not just physically, but emotionally too. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The real secret is consistency. Whether you choose mornings, evenings, or both, what matters most is that you stick with it. 1 minute a day. Every day. That's how momentum builds. That's how your body begins to trust the pattern and respond naturally. And if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just pick it back up the next day. This isn't about perfection. It's about giving your body small, steady signals that it's time to come back online. Now, by this point, you may be wondering, how can something so small have such a big impact? If it really works this well, why haven't you heard more about it? The answer lies in something deeper. A hidden force that's been quietly undermining your energy, your hormones, and your confidence for decades, without you even knowing. Let's talk about that next. It's time to expose the real enemy, stress. I've had men come into my office in great shape. They eat clean. They exercise. They take their vitamins. But when I ask them how they're feeling, really feeling, there's always a pause. And then it comes. A sigh. A quiet confession. Dr. James. I'm tired. Not physically. Not just low on sleep. Tired in a way they can't explain. They talk about money. About their wives. Their grown kids. Their health. Their future. Things they used to brush off now sit heavy on their chest. And that's when I know what's really going on. It's stress. Not the kind that hits you once and passes. I'm talking about the kind that lingers. The kind that sits in your gut and grinds quietly. The kind that keeps your shoulders tense even when you're relaxing. And that stress. It's the silent killer of testosterone. Here's what most men don't realize. Your body was never designed to live in a state of constant pressure. Cortisol, the hormone your body makes under stress, is meant to protect you short-term. It spikes when you're in danger, helps you act fast. But when it stays elevated day after day, it turns against you. And here's the kicker. Cortisol and testosterone can't both be high at the same time. When one goes up, the other crashes. Every single time. So even if you're doing everything else right, eating well, moving more, taking supplements, if your stress is high, your testosterone stays low. And that's why you still feel stuck. Flat. Numb. Disconnected from your energy. Your drive. Your body. This is where clove becomes more than just a spice. Because inside cloves, there's another powerful compound, beta-caryophyllene. This little-known nutrient actually binds to special receptors in your brain that signal calm. It tells your nervous system, you're safe now. And the moment your brain gets that message, everything starts to shift. Your breathing slows. Your muscles relax. Your chest loosens. You stop bracing for impact, even if you didn't know you were. And as cortisol levels drop, guess what comes back? Testosterone. Naturally. No injections. No synthetic hormones. Just the lifting of a weight you didn't even know you were carrying. It's subtle at first. You might not even notice it until one day you wake up and feel just a little clearer. More like yourself. More grounded. More ready, for life, for connection, for desire. And while this shift begins in your mind, it leads directly into one of the most important and overlooked pillars of hormone health. Sleep. Let me show you why better sleep is the key to unlocking everything you've been missing, and how clove helps you get there. I don't care how clean you eat, how often you work out, or how many supplements you take, if your sleep is broken, your hormones don't stand a chance. And that's the reality for most men over 60. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're exhausted, even when you think you've rested. You fall asleep fast, but wake up 3-4 times a night. Or worse, you lie in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, your mind racing with thoughts you can't shut off. And when the sun comes up, you're more tired than before. Here's why that matters more than you realize. Testosterone is made while you sleep. Not during the day. Not during your workout. At night. Deep, uninterrupted REM sleep is when your body goes into full repair mode, restoring tissue, balancing hormones, rebuilding energy. But when stress, inflammation, or poor circulation disrupt that sleep, your testosterone production plummets. And everything suffers, your drive, your strength, your mood, even your memory. That's where clove steps in again. Because the compounds inside clove, eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, don't just open blood vessels and reduce stress. They also calm the nervous system and help regulate your body's natural sleep rhythm. Chew it 1 hour before bed, and many men report something they haven't felt in years. Real, deep sleep. Dreams come back. They wake up clear-headed. And maybe, for the first time in a long time, with a solid morning erection. But we're still not done. There's one more hidden factor that most men ignore completely, because no one ever told them how important it is. Your gums. Yes, your mouth. Because believe it or not, gum disease could be quietly ruining your circulation, and with it, your ability to get and stay hard. Here's the science. When your gums are inflamed or infected, even just mildly, bacteria enter your bloodstream. That bacteria triggers low-grade inflammation that spreads silently through your body, including the very arteries that supply blood to your manhood. Over time, those vessels narrow, stiffen, and stop responding the way they should. But the good news? Clove is one of nature's most powerful antibacterial agents. When you chew it, the eugenol goes to work immediately in your mouth, killing off harmful bacteria, soothing inflammation, and protecting your gum tissue. It's like a natural mouthwash, with side effects you actually want. Better oral health. Better blood flow. Better sleep. More testosterone. And more of you, the version of you that's been buried under stress, fatigue, and silence. Next, let's talk about what actually happens, week by week, once you make this a daily habit. Because the results can show up faster than you think. I'll never forget the call I got from one of my patients, late 60s, soft-spoken, a good man who had quietly been struggling for years. "Dr. James," he said, "I don't know what's happening, but I actually woke up with energy this morning. I haven't felt that in a long time." That was day 7. In the first week of using the clove method daily, most men don't feel fireworks. It's not dramatic. But something subtle shifts. A little more warmth in the body. A calmer mind. Slightly deeper sleep. Maybe even a quiet spark of motivation, just enough to get outside, take a walk, or move with a little more purpose. By day 14, things usually pick up. Your body starts trusting the signal. Blood flow improves. That mental fog begins to lift. You start feeling more present, less like you're dragging yourself through the day and more like you're actually showing up. For many men, this is when something unexpected returns. Morning erections. Not forced. Not because of a pill. But because circulation is coming back online. Your testosterone is whispering again. You may even notice your mood shifting, less reactive, more grounded, more you. And then comes day 30. This is where things begin to click. You're sleeping deeper. Waking up clearer. You're standing differently. Talking differently. You feel stronger, not like a bodybuilder, but like a man whose body is finally listening again. And the people around you notice too. I've had wives pull me aside and say, "I don't know what you gave him, but he's present again." Not just in the bedroom. In conversation. In eye contact. In everyday connection. This isn't just about performance, it's about returning to yourself. And no, it's not magic. It's not a miracle. It's biology doing what it was designed to do, once you remove the blocks, reduce the stress, and give your system the tools it's been waiting for. All from one simple habit. 1 minute a day. But here's the thing, once your strength starts to come back, the real question becomes, how do you protect it? Because the hardest part isn't the transformation. It's maintaining it. Making this new vitality your new normal. Let me show you how to turn this momentum into a lifelong foundation of energy, connection, and confidence. This is just the beginning. I've looked into the eyes of thousands of men who thought it was over. They didn't say it out loud, but I could see it in their posture, the way they spoke, the way they hesitated before answering. A quiet kind of grief, like they had already accepted the idea that their best days were behind them. But I'm here to tell you, they're not. You are not too old. You are not too far gone. And you are not broken. You're simply running on a system that's been neglected, overworked, and misunderstood for years. And now, you've found the switch. Something so small, so simple, that it almost feels too easy to be real. But it is. That 1 minute habit, chewing a clove, letting it awaken your system from the inside out, can be the beginning of something new. Not because the spice is magical. But because you are. Your body remembers how to be strong. How to respond. How to feel. You just haven't been giving it the signals it needs, until now. You don't need to become a different man. You just need to return to the one you've always been, underneath the fatigue, the silence, the stress, and the years of being told, it's just age. I've watched men come back to life, not with pills, not with surgeries, but with presence. With purpose. With small daily actions that rebuild something bigger. And you can too. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is still fighting. Still curious. Still hungry to feel alive again. Don't ignore that. That feeling is your body asking for a second chance. So here's my advice. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for motivation. Just begin. Start tonight. 1 clove. 1 minute. 1 decision to stop accepting the decline and start reclaiming your strength, slowly, steadily, powerfully. And if this message spoke to you, if you felt even the slightest flicker of, "I want that," in your gut, then follow it. Because that's not just a thought. That's your body waking up. Let's keep going. This is just the beginning. If this video spoke to you, if something inside you stirred while watching, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. And leave a comment below. Let me know, What part hit home for you? Because this isn't just a video. This is a space for men like you. For truth. For strength. For real change. And if you want to help support this mission, to reach more men, to give them the tools they've been missing, consider making a small donation to the channel. Every bit helps us go further, go deeper, and keep showing up for the men who need it most. You're not alone. You're not broken. And you're definitely not finished. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.